Kevin and John, thanks for joining us here this morning on NBC5 In Depth.
It's our pleasure.
To both of you, we just observed Veterans Day the other day. The Marine Corps League is celebrating a big birthday, big anniversary of 250 years. How big a year is this for all of you?
Well, it's a tremendous 250 years of continuous support and involvement in the wars and development of our country. It's huge. It's a huge celebration. And the Marine Corps is very dynamic, and we're going through some evolutions right now. We're evolving into the new paradigm for the world, and so it's a very, very exciting time for the Corps.
There's always a core reason why you join the military, why we decide to sign up. For both of you, real quickly, back in the day, what was the reason why you felt the need to serve our country, John?
Well, it was back when, it seemed like a million years ago, when I was 17 and at the height of the Vietnam War. And it was one of the things where I wanted to join an elite armed forces group, and the Marine Corps was it. And I spent 4 years, and it was a good time.
How has the service shaped you for the rest of your time?
Well, it certainly got me, motivated, because when I went in the Marine Corps, I had no interest in going to college, and when I got out of the Marine Corps, I had the opportunity to use the GI Bill to go through basically undergraduate and graduate degrees and so on. So it motivated me to, get a good education and which ended up in a very good job for me. So,
Kevin, for you?
Yeah, the sense of patriotism really was very large with me. I wanted to do something that was a little adventurous, a little outside the box, related to in relation to my peers. So I was motivated by the patriotism, and of course the allure of the Marines was very, very large, and it helped me develop. I had just turned 18 right out of high school, wasn't quite sure of my future, and I felt internally that I needed some seasoning. And what a better place to get some seasoning and maturity than in the United States Marine Corps.
As we hit the holidays, you all will be out and about for our annual Toys for Kids effort. John, how big is the need this year compared to years past?
Well, every year it seems to be getting bigger and bigger. And unfortunately, I think this year is going to be another year where it's going to be even more important to get toys out to the needy kids. And our whole goal with the Toys for Kids is to make sure that all the underprivileged kids in our state have a good toy day at Christmas. And one of the key messages with Toys for Kids is that all the toys and all the money that people donate to us stays local in Vermont.
Remind our viewers what you all are looking for as far as toys for boys, girls, even juniors, we like to call them.
Well, it really depends upon, we're going to put out probably close to 150 or so barrels throughout the various businesses in the state. And it's going to be new unwrapped toys. And if anybody wants to make a financial donation to Toys for Kids, what we do with that money is we use that money to buy Visa gift cards in bulk. And then we work with the various agencies to find out, of the families that have registered for help at Christmas, how many have teenagers in the 14 to 17 range. So then we give them the Visa gift card so they can buy age-appropriate gifts for their older kids.
This is a big operation statewide to coordinate not only the collection effort, but then the distribution effort as we get closer to the holidays.
Right. And Salvation Army is clearly one of the bigger charities that we work with. We work with, probably half a dozen different charities across the state, be it Catholic charities. There's charities up in South Hero and Grand Isle. The church up in Alburg works closely with us on this stuff. Places down in Lindenville, St. Johnsbury. There's groups down there in Barry that have, that work with us during this Christmas season.
Real community effort.
Absolutely. We couldn't do it without the help of the community and with service volunteers in various service groups like the the Essex Lions Club, the Williston Rotary, the Milton Knights of Columbus, the Charlotte Lions Club, the Shelburne Charlotte Rotary, and also one of the key helpers in this whole thing over the years has been the companies that donate moving trucks to us to help us get the barrels in and out, like Charlie Boy Trucking, Nancy Jenkins Realty, Remax Realty, Matt Lumsden Realty. Without all their help, we wouldn't be able to be successful every year.
Yeah. Kevin, let's talk about the numbers for the Marine Corps League. Where are we at as far as membership is concerned?
We're struggling right now, like a lot of service organizations. You mentioned the VFW earlier. They've got a membership problem as well. I shouldn't say problem, a challenge.
Challenge, yeah.
A lot of our members who have been with us for a long time have become uninvolved because of their ailments and their physical conditions. So we need some young people to come in and help with the heavy workload. The organization that we have right now, we probably have less than 10 people to show up for our meetings right now. And of those 10, probably 5 are very active. Yeah. And you're looking at 2 of them right now. 10. So we could use all the help we can get. If anybody's interested, I'll give you my cell phone number right now. I'll take a call, be glad to send you an application. But we would welcome any former Marine, any Fleet Marine Force corpsmen who are also eligible to join the Marine Corps League. Any combat medics that have worked with the Marines directly are welcome to join. And we would welcome you with open arms.
All right. Well, let's hope some Marines are watching this morning and give you a call.
That's right.
All right. Looking forward to working with you all during Toys for Kids as well.
Well, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Tammy, how many years is this for the Christmas Bureau now?
Oh gosh, the Christmas Bureau's been in existence for probably more than 50 years. I mean, it started with a small church group, so it's been around a long time. It's grew over the years, but
yeah,
definitely been around a long time.
Who are the families that you are helping each and every year with this?
We're serving all of Clinton County. Each township takes individual applications with the help of the JCEO outreach people who are each town, but we're serving all of Clinton County for the underprivileged families based on the poverty level.
And we've got an important date coming up. They need to apply to be able to use this resource, right?
Absolutely. It is an application process that does have a deadline. That deadline this year is December the 12th.
And what are the qualifications? I know there are several things that folks need to present to you to make sure that they fit the description of the folks that need to be utilizing the Christmas Bureau.
Yeah, they will need their social security cards, identification, income, check stubs, that kind of thing for being able to prove what their annual income is. So like I said, it is based on that poverty level chart that they need to fit in the guidelines for income.
The money you raise each year comes from local partners who are very generous each and every year, aren't they?
Oh my, amazingly generous. It's almost awe each year for me. And I've been doing this a long time, but to know that this all comes from the local community out of the goodness of their hearts. The one part of the reason I'm there is because I feel like it makes me feel as good as they feel receiving the item. So I'm not sure who's more excited, them or me. But we also have, and I say me, our group, we have a large group of dedicated volunteers year after year, along with the community who supports us. So it's just nice to see everybody come together. And I think we need a lot more of that these days.